Okay, so my name's Ditech, CTO DVS, and today we got something a little bit different for you. Actually, super excited about this one. Behind me is the brand new speed radar detection sign. So we fitted this yesterday. Glorious weather down here in South Wales. We didn't show you the fitting video. It's quite simple to fit. In fact, I'll show you how we fitted it now. If you come around the back, you can see already lighting up. Look. So this is fitted on uni strut, mounted to the back of this square column. We just had to notch up the uni strut to get it facing, because we wanted it to face the entrance to DVS, which is sort of 90 degrees over there. So we've got it angled on this square bracket, which allows us to point it towards the entrance gate. So anybody that drives in is detected by this speed radar assisted sign. So what is this speed radar assisted sign? Built-in radar module. Shush. Daddy's talking. So a speed radar module is included inside of this device here. It's actually up in the top left hand corner where my finger is. Behind here, it can detect up to 100 meters away from this sign, and that's configurable within the free software tool. Very simple to set up, and it's powered by 12 volts. We've got a 12 volt 5 amp supply on this, and I'll show you that shortly. Just a simple LED matrix sign, which one detects the speed on the top. So the top half shows you the speed of the vehicle, and the bottom half will say slow down if it goes over the set threshold. Again, the threshold can be set via the free software. We've actually set this at 10 miles an hour because it's a one I want it to, whenever somebody drives in, I want it to actually trigger, and Stewie's over there winding the cameras up again. So now he's walking around like, because he can't help himself. But a simple design, so it's basically a metal box, simple design. On the side of the unit there's two lockable clasps, so we can just simply open the clasps. The unit opens and you can see simple design, simple circuit board on the front, which holds the LED display board, and the radar controlled unit was up there, the circuit board for it. Behind here you've got the 12 volt supply. It's pre-wired effectively, so you take this cover off and you basically power it with 12 volts here, and it has got a network connection, as you can see there. Should you want to network, so if I want to put my laptop inside, I can connect this to the network, program it with the IP address, the software, and dial in and adjust any of this. And I'll show you the software tool shortly, but effectively you adjust the setup of this through the free software tool. Super simple to do. Very little settings to do. The only one that you have to do by default when you get this unit, if you're in the UK, this will detect in kph, and we want it in mph. So you simply take this cover board off, select dip switch 1, turn that on. There's 4 dip switches, dip switch 1 on, the rest stay off, and that will switch it, repower cycle it, that will switch it to mph mode. So it's a super simple setup, easy to configure. Now we're in mph mode. Cable comes in through the bottom. There's a gland, you can bring it in through the side, top, however you want to do it. It's super simple, just a metal box effectively. And again, make sure you earth it, because it is a metal box. Especially if it's in a public environment, you need to make sure this is super safe, super earthed, because it is metal and it is a conductor of electricity and lightning. Again, once you finish, just box it up, and the clasps make it super easy to do. They're lockable clasps, so it comes with a key. You can lock that to stop access to it, but again, when it is locked, it's as simple as that. So when a car comes in now, with the software, we set the threshold. Again, it's set at 10 miles per hour, so any vehicle that comes in, so Stewie's going to attempt to run, so he's running at the side now, and you can see it's detecting him, and then it goes to slow down. So he actually run over 10 miles an hour. Well done, Stu. Like for an old man, he does all right. So I'm waiting for the swear word there. So effectively, this super easy to configure sign. I'll show you the spec sheet, the manual, and the tool shortly, but it's as simple as this. Fit that, program the height. You can fit this up to 6 meters high, and it can support up to 4 lanes. We programmed it to 1 lane, which covers out there. So up to 4 lanes, it can detect up to 64 targets simultaneously using the radar. But it can only display 1 target. So it may detect 64 targets, but it will only display the 60, or 1 out of the 64 targets, which is the one, I guess, which is coming closest to it. You can program it to work towards it or away from it. or both directions. So we programmed this just to work towards us, because so when the vehicle approaches us, otherwise it'll show a negative number, which would be dumb. We're only interested in it coming towards us anyway, but you can program it towards away bi-directional. When the sign detects a speed threshold, so when you set it 10 miles an hour and the speed over alarm, say 10 miles an hour, which we've done, which I'll show you in a minute, when a vehicle is detected over that, the red sign will illuminate, the numbers go red, and the slowdown will illuminate, which is super easy, super transparent. At night and in the daytime, you can really see the effect of this, and I will put it on I'll put this cam on a tripod and run it through a couple of times with an actual vehicle shortly, so you can see the effect, but it is, you know, super simple to do. Really visible. It is standalone currently. There's no option to integrate this into another Hikvision part code. It doesn't work with Hike Central, doesn't support, you know, any other camera, but you know, their potential is there. So if there's a project, let us know and we can speak to HQ and see what customizations may be available for this should the need require. But it is designed for a simple standalone deployment. Super accurate because it has got that radar in there, and like I said, super simple to set up. Now with our one, we've pointed it directly, so we're fitting this effectively as if it was in the middle of the lane, so the vehicles approach it almost straight on. Again, in the middle of the lane, you can fit it to the left or to the right, and within the software you can actually fit that offset, so if it's fitted on the left or the right hand side or in the middle of the lane, plus the skew offset. So if it's fitted to the left and you need to offset the skew across to the vehicle to make it more accurate, again, using our software, you can adjust that skew angle from both sides, left or right, and I'll show you that shortly. Other than that, I'll go and fit you up now, show you it working, and then we'll transfer you over and I'll quickly show you the spec sheet and the manual so you get a better feel for it. This is super exciting and very cost effective. So if you want to know more details, please do let us know. Okay, so we've just got Stewie, our special run-in man. He's going to drive his car now away from the sign. So I want to show you how it doesn't detect when you drive away. So the sign is now not detecting as he's driving away, which it shouldn't, because that's how we set it in the parameters. And now he's going to drive back through. So he's from that gate area there, he's going to drive back in. Now we'll turn you around and see how the sign reacts. So he's driving back in, and you can see there already it shows the indicator speed, so he's driving really slow. He's in creep mode now. And then he's sped up a little bit, and he's going to go back around now. Go back around, mate. And again, he's just driving back around. Apologies for all these cameras that keep speaking to you guys, but it is what it is. And again, it hasn't detected him. So he's driven across it. Oh, somebody's going to come in now. Just wait. Yeah, come in. I stopped the vehicle, so we're going to let Stewie come in now. Come on then. Go, 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 go. There we go. And he's driving like sort of 12 miles an hour, so it's over the 10 miles an hour, which then shouts at him, and effectively from there, as he drops his speed, it goes back green to show he's safe. That's effectively, that's as simple as this sign gets. Really cost effective, easy to deploy. Like I said, it's low voltage, so it makes it very easy to fit in a public domain. You might have to put a mains to low voltage converter in at some point, but it is low voltage in the actual case in itself, which is good. And again, very little programming to do other than that dip switch and maybe tweak the parameters, which I will show you. Pretty easy to define. Hikvision's radar assisted speed sign. So stay tuned and I'll transfer you over to the PC, just run through that really quickly with you. Okay, so this is the part number and the spec sheet of that radar assisted speed LED sign. So again, we have that set up on our system ready. That's what the unit looks like, but you've seen that on the video. Effectively, it's a radar assisted speed sign, makes it plain for everybody to see the real speed in real time. So it adopts a high frequency band millimeter wave radar supported to work in all weather conditions. So it's not really affected by fog, severe weather. It's got high illumination, so it's not affected by poor visibility as much. So that's really good. It's up to 100 meters, and you can set that detection distance within the software, which I will show you shortly. And up to 64 targets can be detected at the same time, but only one can be displayed. Supports to install on the lane or at the side of each lane, like I said. Supports speed threshold. You can set miles or kilometers via that dip switch. You can display how long it stays on it. So targets displayed at 1 to 8 seconds is how long the speed warning can stay on there. And again, that's easy to spot. High brightness, low power, free software, like I said. And you've got the, the detection accuracy is plus minus 2 kilometers, which is, accurate enough. Speed range is 2 to 250 kilometers. Again, more than appropriate for most applications here in the UK and I guess worldwide. And 12 volt, 4.2 amps. Okay, we got a 5 amp power supply on there. Dimensions, weight, etc. IP65, and that's the different LED wavelengths, etc. and the signal strength. Okay, that's what it looks like on the side of the road, proposed. You can mount it on a pole as well. So if you need the pole, let us know. We don't have those set up, but I'm sure we can if you need them. Okie dokie. So software, just to give you a brief look at the software. When you open the software up, I think this software is not just for the speed radar. It does actually support a lot of their products in the range. But effectively, you attach the device here, and then on the side, there's only a couple of things you actually have to set in this. So in the road information setting here, you can set 1 to 4 lanes. Direction of the road is coming towards, going away, or both bi-directional. So like you've set those two, so we just got 1 lane. Once you're happy that you've set that, you've got lane 1, 2, 3 for the width here. So you set the width of that road, and again we've left it as 3.75 meters, which is about right for the UK lane width. Once you've done that, click set road, and that will push those settings to that sign, and that's done. And then you come on to this section here. So the erection height, so ours was like 2.6 meters. So you type the 2.6 in there, click set. I can't connect it because I'm not actually on the same LAN. So that's why, if any of you are asking why it's not coming up on there to be able to be set, good question. I'm not on the same LAN, but it is as simple as this. So you set the height. You can set the horizontal shift, the angular offset. You can do the ones you have to really do is the alarm range, least spin it, and overspeed alarm threshold. So ours is the least speed limit is 10 and overspeed alarm threshold is 10. So anyone over 10 miles per hour is detected as shown in the video. There are some of the settings, and I'll show you that shortly. And again, that's really it. You can set the IP address to get it onto the network, so you can access it from another internal network. We're on 2 separate networks here. This is on a sterile network, so that's why, hence the reason I'm not connected into it. But again, there are some very simple things. And once you've done that, once you've done it, disconnect the device and you can close the software down. And that really is as simple as it gets. Now, if you want to see the actual manual for this, so basically the tool is on the, I had to navigate to it, so I just paused the video. So basically tools there, which is what I just showed you. Manual is here, and if you read the manual, it does actually tell you what to set and what they mean. So you've got the sign, the objectives, safety precautions, how to install the software and what IP address to connect to get into it. So that's the internal mechanism. And then basically what you need to set. So like I said, you need to set 4 parameters. So the lanes, the width for the lanes, then you set the parameters with that button which I showed you. And then you've got on the, if I zoom it in a bit here, so you've got the lane, road width, number of lanes, set road, and then you've got this detail to set here. So you've got the erection height, horizontal and angular shift if you need to do it, and it depends on what if it needs that, and then the overspeed alarm threshold. And it tells you, yes, the erection height, installation height, horizontal shift, how you set that, if it's on the middle, left or right, width for the road and what the angular correction is here, speed alarm threshold, and you can actually see the targets as they move through. So if you keep the software tool running, you can actually see the targets as they move through the road, but only the one is displayed, like I said, and how to install it. It's effectively as simple as that. So I hope you enjoyed the video. It's quite a quick video, not a lot to talk about, but it is a super impactful device. Looking forward to your comments. If you need anything, please let us know, and we have set it up so you can order it from DVS. Stay safe wherever you are, and see you next week for another how-to video.